Hey everybody, welcome back to the Bearded Bonsai YouTube channel. What I have in front of me here is a tray of Japanese maple seedlings that popped up from some seeds I planted last winter. I unfortunately didn't get that process on video, so we're going to start today recording these. This is midsummer, this is late July, so these have been out of the ground maybe 3 or 4 months. I have this tray and several others. I'll show you the different cultivars I planted, which ones came up, which ones didn't, the success rate from one type to the other. Spoiler alert, I have no clue why some did so well and why others didn't. That's just kind of how it goes when you're planting seeds. You never know what's going to come up, what you're going to get, but they're very cool. It's a very fun, rewarding thing to do when you plant seeds and see them start popping in the spring. So with that said, let's dive in and take a look at what I got. So let's take a look at these little seedlings and the differences in the trees themselves, as well as the success rate I had with them. So up first in this tray, these guys right here, these are actually seedlings that I planted from seeds off a Seedlings tree. And you can see they came up pretty well, fairly well. And you can look at this one tray and see that out of everything else I had planted in here, the Seedlings seeds are the only ones that sprouted, and they actually sprouted fairly well. And some of these guys are just, they're beautiful. I can't wait to see how they turn out. This tray behind it here, I actually just pulled these seedlings from a red Japanese maple, so I didn't plant those. So we'll exclude them, but I'll just show you how they look here so you can see a little bit difference in variety. That little guy is pretty cool. Big green leaves, big red leaves. And these are all off the same tree, so it gives you an idea of the variety that you can get. Now next up here, so you can see I had this tray divided up into 4. This section were seeds from Anaba Shidari. This section looks like the marker washed off. I can't see what that was. This section were Fire Glow. And this section here was Makawa Yatsubusa. So as you can see, I had amazing success with the Makawa seeds. Now why they grew better and came up so readily versus the others is anyone's guess. I just don't know. I don't have the answer to that. As you can see, they came up, they're so thick. It's just like carpet. Back here, these are seedlings from a Fire Glow. This guy here is really interesting. Those leaves almost look linear lobum. So that's interesting. And then in Anaba Shidari, I didn't have a single one come up, or these. So next up, Bloodgood seedlings. It looks like I only have 3 out of the batch that came up. I only have 3 that survived. Varieties. That's a cool little seedling. It's the only one I have. I think I had 3 come up. It's the only one that's made it. The strap leaf style, it's tough to say. A troll in there, I believe is how you say it. Probably not though. As you can see, that's a strap leaf style, but it doesn't look like any of these seedlings, at least for now, are showing that trait yet. So those will be interesting to watch. Sango Kaku seeds, again, not a single seed came up. And what's interesting, let me zoom back out here. All these things you see here, they're all pretty much in the exact same mix. So it's interesting to see the difference. They were all propagated at the same time. Seeds were picked the same time of year. All that. Really the only difference was the variety. So moving on down the list. Now this tray is interesting. So I had a full moon style Japanese maple here. Here were Seedlings seedlings, and absolutely nothing came up. These 2 sections were regular Acer palmatums, and it's looking like I had a fair amount of success here. these definitely came up better than these. No rhyme or reason that I know of for that. Those are doing well. And here you can see one single section right here. And these are not Japanese maples. These are the flame or amur maples, as I stutter my way through it. But they came up really well. And this one here, like, this is probably close to a foot tall already. So they come up really well. They're growing pretty rapidly for the most part. So there you have it. There's some seedlings. Kind of a small success story, I guess. I know a lot of people struggle with growing seeds. Obviously, I struggled a little bit, but that'll give you an idea of the differences that you can see, even just from one tree. And then no matter the care you take, like, as you can see, sometimes you just don't get a good success rate when you plant seeds. You never know what's going to happen. As you can see, I probably had way more fail than I actually had come up. But I still have a lot of trees here, which is really cool. Unfortunately, I was not making videos at the time of planting these, so I can only show you kind of from here and the future of what I do with these and what happens. But this coming fall, hopefully I will get some more seeds and I will show you exactly how I planted them, document it, video it, and then in the spring we can see what comes up together, which is, if you ask me, it's a magical time. It is just like waking up to Christmas in the springtime when these things start popping and you get to see what you've got. So there they are for now. Hope you enjoyed it. I appreciate you for tuning in, as always, more than you know. Take care of yourselves, and I hope to see you again soon.